Crypto greetings from Kingsley. You're watching Roy News. Let's start with the most important news of this week. My dear friend, you and I have migrated to GLIZE. Me for sure, and I hope you have too. On the 18th of November, migration started, and in a matter of minutes, the first stage preparation was over. And after a couple of hours, half of the way was passed. More than 250 million UMI was collected and more than 50 million new tokens were created. Write in the comments if you were in time for the early bird bonuses. If so, how much did you get? During the overload at the moment of migration to GLIZE, the UMI blockchain was not loaded even at 1% of its maximum potential. The UMI team reported, blocks were generated for 80 to 120 transactions every second, coping with the influx without any problems, and the maximum blockchain is capable of withstanding 65,535 transactions per second. One can only imagine what opportunities the UMI blockchain has in the DeFi market. The question that is concerning me now is, when are you going to stake GLIZE? Step by step. The first, the accrual of deposits migration balance will actually begin from the 22nd to the 25th of November. The accruals go directly to the staking balance. During the first 30 days, the migration balance will be charged at 3.33% per day, excluding the additional remuneration for migration and the bonus for early birds. The second, this also means that 15% of the commission will be withdrawn and will be used to pay referral bonuses. Remember, I talked about this when you and I were studying the light papers of the new token. The third, migration bonuses plus early bird bonuses will begin to be credited to the staking balance after the migration balance is fully credited. Migration and early bird bonuses will also be credited at 3.33% per day for 30 days. The fourth, such conditions are only for migrants who are now exchanging UMI for GLIZE through the ROYClub. In the future, there will be no bonuses and you will have to buy tokens at the market price. And the fifth, what about referral bonuses? Leaders will start receiving referral and team bonuses from the 25th of November. They will be accrued gradually as referrals are accrued at 3.33% per day. The referral got 3.33%, you got the bonuses for that 3.33%, and so every day. Bonuses go directly to the trade balance and you can do whatever you want with them. Send for staking, donate or sell. Also important, the bonus rank is calculated based on the virtual balance in the ROYClub, taking into account the migration reward and the bonuses for early birds. So you will receive all the in-depth bonuses that are due to you. Subscribe to this channel right away if you haven't done it, so that you will be the first to know about all the news. Another positive news about the token. Very soon, Sigin.pro will add GLIZE to the exchange in a pair with UMI. So we cannot wait for the launch of UDEX on the UMI One app, although we expect this release in the near future. According to Bloomberg, eNaira's crypto wallet app has been downloaded over 488,000 times. At the same time, about 78,000 commercial organizations from 160 countries announced support for eNaira and downloaded a wallet to receive payments in the new CBDC. Africa's first national digital currency, CBDC, was launched by the Central Bank of Nigeria on the 25th of October. In the 3 weeks since the launch, 62 million transactions worth over 150,000 were carried out with eNaira. In total, the country's central bank issued eNaira for $1.2 million. The US President Joe Biden signed a law about $1.2 trillion in infrastructure financing. The document also introduces new rules for cryptocurrency brokers and operators. They must report to the tax office any transactions in digital assets worth more than $10,000. By the way, after the signing of this law, the price of Bitcoin fell by $6,000 to a 10-day low of $60,200. Senators are resenting and criticizing. Their righteous anger is supported by the representative of the crypto industry, including Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey. For example, Senator Pat Toomey called the law too expensive and too dangerous for an innovative cryptocurrency economy. According to Toomey, the requirement to notify the tax office of cryptocurrency transactions worth more than $10,000 is not feasible. Meanwhile, the Bitcoin whale took advantage of the collapse of the crypto market. According to BitInfo charts, one of the largest Bitcoin whales bought 207 Bitcoins at $62,053 per coin. The investment cost is $12.84 million. At the same time, a total of 635 Bitcoins was transferred to this wallet in November. Now, 108,528.56 Bitcoins is stored at this address, the profit from the sale of which would bring the owner more than $6 billion at the current exchange rate. This makes it the third largest Bitcoin whale on the crypto market. I wished for this whale had waited for a couple of days, up to 57,000 per. One more time, please. I wished this whale had waited for a couple of days, up to $57,000 per Bitcoin. That would have saved several millions. By the way, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges continued to decline. The trend has been going on for over 20 months. Whales redeem every drawdown and withdraw coins from exchanges into the cold. How do you like this trend? Leave your thoughts in the comments. The venture capital arm of the KuCoin crypto exchange has launched a $100 million fund that will invest in projects for the launch and development of the meta universe, NFTs, D-apps, and GameFi. First of all, the fund will consider projects from countries with emerging economies. KuCoin will help with startups, fundraising, marketing activities, and go-to-market. In the meantime, since we're talking about the metaverse, the island state of Barbados will be the first country in the world to have a representation in the virtual world. For this, the country's authority have entered into an agreement with Decentraland, a large-scale virtual world on the blockchain. At the same time, negotiations are underway to establish a Barbados embassy with the metaverse's Somnium space and Superworld. The opening of the Barbados flights at Decentraland will happen early next year. Definitely, the virtual space is coming. And a little more about the digital boom. You've probably heard that in early November, Quentin Tarantino announced the launch of the Pulp Fiction related NFTs. So Quentin got hit by a dump truck. The Miramax company sued the director. The studio said that Tarantino is not allowed to host the announced NFT auctions. Well, the Secret Network's collection of unique tokens was to include a tokenized script, a scene from Julius and Vincent talking about Royal and Cheese, and 7 unpublished scenes from the 1994 film. Miramax notified the star NFT in writing form, stating that he had no right to the film and therefore could not auction the announced NFT. However, the filmmaker ignored this notice. This was followed by an appeal to the court with a claim against Tarantino in order to ensure the observance, preservation, and protection of contractual and intellectual property rights relating to one of the most iconic and valuable film projects. Tarantino's lawyer said that the filmmaker did not violate any agreement with the film company. The fact is that according to the agreement with Miramax, Tarantino retained the rights that allow him to publish the script, books on the film, soundtrack, and also allow him to shoot sequels and remakes. We are observing the process. One can only guess how much, after all, this hype, the criminal NFT will cost. That's all. See you soon with new interesting crypto stories. Bye-bye.